The story of the Narayana Kavach begins in a time of great cosmic tension, when the king of the gods Indra felt his power slipping away. It is not just a prayer or a collection of verses, but a spiritual shield that was gifted to the world to provide protection against the darkest of forces. To understand this properly, we must travel back to the ancient era, where the battle between light and shadow was at its peak. Indra had lost his glory, and his kingdom was under threat. He approached the wise sage Vishwarupa, the son of Twashta, and asked for a way to protect himself and his followers. What Vishwarupa shared was the secret of the Narayana Kavach, which is the armor of Lord Vishnu. The beauty of this teaching lies in the idea that protection does not always come from physical weapons, but from the vibration of sound and the focus of the mind. Imagine a world where every word you speak creates a layer of energy around you. This is what the Narayana Kavach achieves. It starts with the process of purification. Before a person can wear this divine armor, they must cleanse their heart and their thoughts. The sage taught Indra that one must sit in a quiet place and focus on the divine presence that resides within every living being. By chanting the sacred names of the Lord, a person begins to build a fortress that no negativity can penetrate. The first step in this spiritual journey is the practice of nyasa. This is a beautiful concept where you mentally place the different aspects of the divine on different parts of your body. You touch your heart and imagine the divine light there. You touch your head and feel the wisdom of the universe protecting your thoughts. You touch your eyes and ask for the vision to see the truth. By doing this, you are essentially turning your physical body into a temple. You are telling the universe that you are no longer just a mortal being, but a vessel for the divine energy. This process creates a vibration that keeps away fear and anxiety. As the story continues, Vishwarupa explains the importance of the 8-syllable mantra and the 12-syllable mantra. These are the foundations of the armor. When you chant these sounds, you are calling upon the different forms of Lord Vishnu to guard you from every direction. Imagine standing in the middle of a circle where the north is guarded by the lion form of the Lord and the south is guarded by the boar form. The sky above is watched over by the divine eagle Garuda, and the ground beneath is protected by the ancient tortoise. This visual representation is powerful because it removes the feeling of being alone. It reminds the practitioner that they are part of a much larger cosmic design. One of the most fascinating parts of the Narayana Kavach is the description of the Lord's weapons. These are not meant to harm others but to destroy the internal enemies like greed and anger and ego. The divine discus represents the cycle of time and the sharpness of intellect. The mace represents the power of discipline and strength. The conch shell represents the primordial sound that created the universe. When you visualize these weapons, you are essentially arming your soul with the tools needed to navigate the challenges of life. It is like having a spiritual bodyguard that stays with you through every trial and tribulation. The remedies offered by the Narayana Kavach are practical and deep. It is said that anyone who listens to or recites this armor with devotion will find peace in times of conflict. If you are facing enemies who wish you harm, the Kavach acts as a mirror that reflects their negativity back to the source. If you are struggling with illness, the vibration of the verses helps in healing the subtle body. For those who suffer from nightmares or unexplained fears, the Narayana Kavach is like a warm light in a dark room. It reminds the soul of its eternal nature and its connection to the source of all life. The effectiveness of this prayer depends heavily on faith and the purity of intent. It is not a magic spell but a deep meditation. When Indra used this armor, he was able to defeat the mighty Vritra because his heart was aligned with the divine will. The story teaches us that true victory is not about crushing others, but about overcoming our own limitations. The Narayana Kavach is a gift to humanity for those moments when we feel overwhelmed by the world. It provides a sense of belonging and a sense of safety that is not dependent on external circumstances. In the modern world where stress and noise are everywhere, the Narayana Kavach serves as a sanctuary. You can imagine yourself wrapped in a golden light that filters out the chaos. This is the remedy for the soul. It teaches us to be brave but also to be humble. It reminds us that while we may be small in the vastness of the universe, we are protected by the highest power imaginable. By repeating the names of the Lord and visualizing his various incarnations like the fish who saved the Vedas or the dwarf who measured the three worlds, we connect with the history of the universe itself. The conclusion of the teaching emphasizes that the Narayana Kavach should be used for the welfare of all. It is not just for personal gain, but for the protection of truth and righteousness. When a person wears this armor, they become a source of strength for others as well. Their presence becomes calming, and their words become meaningful. This is the ultimate goal of the spiritual practice, to become a beacon of light in a world that sometimes feels very dark. The remedies are simple yet profound, and they are available to anyone who is willing to listen with an open heart. As you share this story on your channel, you can tell your viewers that the Narayana Kavach is like a long-distance conversation with the divine. It is a way to say that you trust the universe to take care of you. It is a way to find your center when everything else is moving too fast. Whether you chant it or just listen to the beautiful Sanskrit verses, the energy remains the same. It is the energy of love and protection and eternal peace. This summary covers the essence of the teaching and the power it holds for anyone looking for spiritual strength.